Good afternoon, my fellow Michiganders. Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. Oh my goodness, do we have a great day and a lot of information for all of you today, this weekend. And I know it's 4th of July weekend. God bless the United States of America. God bless all of you, of course. But we have a lot going on, which we always do, right? And we have a lot going on next week, which we always do. But man, oh man, number one, I just listened to Tammy Clark's interview on Justin Barclay's Wood 8 interview this morning. I think it was around 9:30, 9:45. I'm going to get the link when they provide it, and then I'm going to share it here. But I asked Miss Tammy Clark to come on at 7 p.m. tonight, and get on here and basically repeat what she said in the interview. And she's also going to give you the opportunity at the end of her live to ask questions in the comment section. And she opened up my eyes, which you all are well aware of, that I'm against these gosh darn masks. I'm against these gosh darn masks on our children, especially in the school system. And she opened up my eyes this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to hear this. So here's what I want you all to do is tonight when she goes live at 7 p.m., tune in, number one. Share it, number two, and create watch parties. We need to get this information out, okay? We need to inform the public of what's going on to open up their eyes because they're following through and they're following like a bunch of shit. We always say that because they don't know what they don't know, and they're relying on what the governor's saying, and they're relying on what so-called experts are saying. So I'm going to give you her background just to really validify what she's going to talk about tonight in her expertise behind it. So she is an OSHA health, safety, and compliance professional with over 20 years of field lab, classroom, and courtroom experience. Tammy is a PPE expert, aka mask, and among other things, and has conducted hundreds of PPE evaluations, site health and safety audits, environmental situation analysis, and recommendations. Holy cow. Tammy is a highly respected commercial and industrial EHS consultant, and her work has been recognized by the Grand Rapids Business Journal. Tammy was named one of the most influential women in West Michigan in 2018 and nominated again in 2020. Her firm, TKCC, was nominated a top woman-owned business for 2019. So she has the credentials. And what I heard on her interview today, which I didn't know, and when I don't know what I don't know, I like to research, I like to ask questions so I can educate myself. And I heard on her interview that she, and among others, are the people that come in to these medical settings and these hospitals and train the doctors on PPE equipment. So what better person can you get the knowledge in? Folks, I'm telling you, this is a must listen to. This is a must share, especially with what they want to do with our children in the school systems this year. We have to get this information out because my mind was blowing and I kept shaking my fist at the radio because I was excited because she was saying everything that I already kind of knew, but she has the background to back it, which I don't. She does. And I was like, yes. And she was making all these fantastic points. And I was like, yes. And she totally shot down the mass narrative, especially with our children. So if you have children, even if you think, or you know some people who are on the fence, or you even know people who support the gosh darn mask on our children, share this video with them, tag them in the video. We have to allow them to hear this information so people can be empowered in their decision making. Because there's so much more going on right now, folks. So we need to continue to inform, to educate, to care, and then we activate all of you so we can get these things done. So tonight, 7 p.m., here on Stand Up Michigan, she will be going live and talking about all this. And it will be phenomenal. Again, it will be another opportunity for all of you to ask questions of her in the comment section. And here's what's really cool. Thank you, Tammy. If you're watching, thank you for taking time away from your family on 4th of July weekend, right, to do this. And we're so blessed to have her on our team. But she can also set up kind of like a conversation. And this is not done yet. We're going to get the time and the date. But if she can't get to all of your questions, we're going to read those questions and we're going to set up like an interview with her and her colleague who was also on the interview with her this morning. And they're going to do another live next week. So this is what it's about. This is the educate, inform part of our mission statement at Stand Up Michigan. We're going to care for you. We're going to inform and educate you. And then we're going to activate you. And we're always going to be transparent. And we're always going to follow those two rules. Always do what's right and always tell the truth, okay? Without bias, without a narrative. That's what we all want. We just want the gosh darn truth so we can make the best decisions for not only for ourselves, but for our children and our family. So tonight at 7 p.m. here on Stand Up Michigan, share it, watch it, create watch power parties. I really have a feeling that this is going to go viral because the information that she provided and her colleague provided this morning, it blew my mind. And so that's why you're feeling a lot of energy from me right now, because I'm excited because our society, not only the state of Michigan, folks, but the whole flipping country who's losing their minds right now with these masks has to listen to this information, because it's going to change the narrative. Trust me. Okay. So make sure that you tune in. Number 2, big day. We just started a private Facebook group. It's not public. The reason it's not public, because we don't want the trolls in there. We don't want to do what we did in Michiganders Against Excessive Qurantine, where all of our businesses got attacked. We got attacked. If a troll tries to get on there, you're gone. All right. If you start getting nasty, you're gone. You're not going to be a part of this. Okay. So we created a private Facebook group called Stand Up Michigan to Unlock Michigan. All right. That is going to be included in the description. You can look it up, Stand Up Michigan, to Unlock Michigan on the search engine at the top of the Facebook. But that is going to be more of a Facebook group. Like right now, you guys can all comment, right? You can comment, but you can't interact like group pages. And we had to be very careful the last several weeks because of the censorship that Facebook did it. I couldn't even start a freaking group because they kicked me off for the Michiganders Against Excessive Qurantine. I was in Facebook jail forever because of that. So now we started a private Facebook group to share your stories. So get on right now, share it with everybody, answer the questions, get on that platform, and we want to hear from you. This is your opportunity to share, to voice your perception on what you went through. The struggles, the frustrations that you, your business, your kids, your family, personally, we don't care. This is your opportunity to have this sense of community. And I apologize so much because we've been trying to build these platforms for everybody. And I know it's hard to do that in the comment section on the Stand Up Michigan Facebook page. So we're always trying to evolve this conversation for all of you. So the Stand Up Michigan, Unlock Michigan is a group setting for you to start to post this stuff and have that interaction, have that family atmosphere. And we have admins and moderators standing at the ready. So if people start getting nasty and trolls start getting on there, gone. They're gone. We don't want any of that garbage, right? Because we all were affected by that. So we're trying to create these safe platforms for all of you. But please get on there right now. It's in the description. Look it up. Stand Up Michigan, the Unlock Michigan. You're going to see our logos. All right. And that's one of the things that there's a lot of other groups and pages that try to mimic us and they take our logo. Look, when you see one with like 20 people, you know it's not legit. And you know it's not legit because here's another thing. Right when you log into that, there's going to be a video that I did pinned at the top. So you're going to know that it's legit. So it's not legit if you don't see me on there. Okay, that's for gosh darn sure. So when you get on the Stand Up Michigan, Unlock Michigan, you're going to see my video that to welcome everybody to the group on there. Then you know you're in the right place. Start sharing, start interacting. Okay, this is another platform for us to move Michigan forward and do one of our most important objectives that we always talked about to all of you is to repeal that 1945 law. I told all of you that I was going to live and breathe that thing over the next 90 days. I really, truly believe we can get this petition done in 30 to 60 days. That's the power of the people, okay? I really, truly do. So you're going to see me and others in the leadership positions in Stand Up Michigan to really influence and inspire you guys to take action. And it's all organized. You guys are going to enjoy the experience. It's very easy. So that's the next thing that we're going to do because number one, we always talked about when we were Michiganders Against Excessive Qurantine is number one is to get our constitutional freedoms back, our citizens' rights and our sacred values. Number two, to get us back to work as fast and as safe as possible. Number three, our fourth quarter, our Super Bowl event, to repeal that 1945 law. No governor should ever have that much power. No governor, regardless of political affiliation, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, I don't care. No government should have unilateral power. And here's what my most concern is for people who support the governor, and that's their right, and voted for her, that's fine. But as a leader, I've been in leadership positions throughout my entire life, many different scenarios. But as a leader, even though you have that law, that 1945 law sitting there, doesn't mean you have to pull that all the time. right? I mean, why didn't she in the beginning come together, bring our state together instead of divide it? Bring our state together and have conversations with the legislators and say, hey, look, I have this 1945 law sitting in my corner. I do not want to utilize it. But let's all put our politics aside and let's do what's best for Michiganders. Let's do what's best for Michiganders businesses. Let's do what's best for Americans and for our country. And let's keep all that political garbage to the side. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to warn you, if you guys and girls start playing politics with me, I will rely on that 1945 law. Don't allow me. Don't push me to that. I don't want to. I want to work together with you. And that's how it should be. There should be bipartisan solutions, common sense solutions, not tyrannical, not dictator solutions that have been done to us, that continue to be done to us. So if that doesn't get you fired up, then you don't have a heartbeat. And this is your chance to fight back. This doesn't go on the ballot, folks. This doesn't go to the popular vote. Once we get this petition signed, it goes right to the legislators. And you think those legislators are upset right now that they basically been handcuffed and watched their beloved state go into the ground, watch businesses go in the ground? And here's the thing with the Stand Up Michigan, Unlock Michigan Facebook group, you're going to start to hear people's stories. These people have been messaging us these stories for the last 3 months, these horrific stories, because we always get thrown in our face. You ever heard of anybody, you know anybody that has suffered from COVID, or you know anybody that died from COVID? Yes, I have personally. But when you start to hear the repercussions of the decision making of our governor and what it's done to people's lives, the suffering, the trauma, the domestic violence, the increased stress, people's getting their legs amputated because they can't get into the hospitals, all that has happened. And these are the stories that are going to start to come out, which you're going to start to read. And we have to hold these people, these elected people, accountable. And we can do that by repealing the 1945 law. That is our ace in the hole to stop this insanity, to stop the over 141 executive orders that she has done. That has to be some type of record, right? So this is your chance to fight back. This is it. This is our Super Bowl event. You all have asked for us to provide these things for you so you can have a sense that you're fighting. This is it. This is the streamlined process that can happen that doesn't have to go on a ballot. It goes right to the legislators, and they're mad. They're upset. They're going to get it through. And then it's over. No more 1945 law. Then she's going to be forced to work with people. That's how we're going to see how good of a leader she is, how good of a governor she is. Anybody can rule as a dictator. Anybody can rule and rule with the tyrannical fist. But when you have to work with other people, when you have to come up with common sense solutions and bipartisan solutions, that is when we'll see what true leadership is. And that's why join the group right now. Share the group right now to all of our fellow patriots. I know there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that need to be tuned into this. This is our opportunity, and we need all of their help. We need all of your help. So you have to continue to share. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. So share it. Share your stories. Share it to everybody you know. And make sure tonight to shoot down this gosh darn mask narrative. We're all sick of it. We're all sick of the stink eye that we're getting when we're out in society. So we have to start educating the public, because the public is scared. They're fearful. They think this is going to save your life. And we said from the very beginning that quarantine wasn't going to cure COVID, that masks aren't going to cure COVID, that social distancing is not going to cure COVID. Shutting your businesses down and tanking the economy is not going to cure COVID. We have to get herd immunity through. So if you're immunocompromised and elderly, if you have underlying medical conditions, because that's who this affects, quarantine yourself until we can get herd immunity and get this through, and then all of us can move this thing forward. All right? So big day today. Share, share, share. Share this video because it's going to allow people to get into the Unlock Michigan or the Stand Up Michigan, Unlock Michigan Facebook group. Tune in tonight to Miss Tammy, all right, 7 p.m. to shoot down this mass narrative. I tell you what, after you listen to this woman speak, you're going to be so inspired, you're going to be so fired up, and you're going to know in your heart and soul that you've been making the right decision to not wear a mask, that you were making the right decision not to put a mask on your freaking kids. All right. And then as we can continue to share and put this out to the public, the people who are in the middle are going to start to understand. And remember, People are sheep. Once they start seeing more and more people not wear masks, they're going to feel what? Less fearful. And then they're going to start to follow through. That's how it works. But it takes crusaders like you. It takes patriots like you to question the narrative. And I always tell people, question me. I don't have all the answers, but when I'm wrong, I'm going to admit it. And if I don't know the answers, I'm going to look up and read and educate myself so I can be a better leader. So always question everybody you talk to. Always question your elected officials. Always question your leaders. All right? So have a great day. God bless you. God bless the state of Michigan. And God bless these United States. So make sure that you're sharing this group. Get everybody on there. And then tonight at 7 p.m. live here on Stand Up Michigan will be Miss Tammy Clark. I'm excited for this one. So tune in, folks. Happy 4th of July. God bless this country. Have a great day. Bye-bye.